was a day like no other, dedicated to crime writing and crime writers, the art and craft of writing crime fiction. At the Storyteller bookstore in Kolkata on March 29, crime writers from across the city came together to talk about crime fiction. All the big names of crime writing from Bengal were there. There was Suhit Sen, there was Proshan Roy, there was Kumar Kingshuk, and of course many others. There was also a very famous director who has directed many films based on famous crime stories, director Arindam Seal. Now, two things, there were of course many themes that came out from the day long festival, but two things were takeaways for me personally. One was how, over a period of time, the hero of a crime fiction, the detective or a sleuth, the nature of a hero like that has changed. How the hero has to be and the crime fiction book has to be now rooted in reality. And the second, of course, was how women sleuths are coming up in crime fiction. Now, the first point first. There was a time that when Kumar. This is a point put forth by Kumar Kingshuk, when Amitabh Bachchan during the 70s would be this anti-establishment hero fighting what he thought were the ills of society. Since then to now, whether it's a hero like Bachchan from the 70s or somebody who's fighting crime, the very idea of a hero has changed. Writer Suhit Sen said that his hero, when he was growing up, his favorite crime fighter used to be Batman. But when some more sense came to him, he changed to American crime fiction and to police procedurals. His book, The Hunter of Lal Bazar, which is a much talked about book, is about a very famous real life crime, the 2012 Park Street rape case, which he has fictionalized in the book. Now, in the book, there is a woman sleuth who is modeled loosely on Damayanti Sen, the woman cop who in 2012 had investigated the Park Street crime case, Park Street rape case, and here also Tanya Samanta investigates a series of rapes, not just in Park Street but in other areas of the city, which take place on her watch. Now, she's a tough as nails cop, and she has to constantly juggle between, fighting crime daily and also not very positive attitude of her male superiors and male juniors in the crime force. But she is not somebody who can bend. She's not somebody who would let a crime pass without solving the case. And The Hunter of Lal Bazar, Shuit Sen's novel, of course, is a compelling read, as also the other books that were spoken about, and the fact that it's a time when the nature of crime lends itself to more and more women sleuths coming up in crime fiction. Now, Tanya Samanto, loosely based on Damayanti Sen from Shuit Sen's book, is one such. But when a member of the audience asked this question to Shuit Sen, that is it time for women sleuths to come up, he said, well, it's the nature of the crime. And if you look at the city of Calcutta, there have been crime against women which are very sensational, from the Park Street rape case to the more recent Ajikar rape case, rape and murder case. And of course, when you fictionalize these stories in crime fiction, stories lend themselves to women cops and women sleuths. The other point which I mentioned was how the nature of the crime fighter has changed. Now, Sen said that there was a time when the crime fighter was this perfect person, and Bengal has had a series of such perfect people, perfect men and women who have solved crime. There are of course Kiriti Roy and Bomkesh Bokshi and Feluda. But when you come to Shobor Dasgupta, who is a more recent crime fighter, penned by legendary writer Shishandu Mukherjee and brought to screen by Arindam Sil, director Arindam Sil, who was also at the Crime Writers Festival, you see more complexities in the way the detective has been written. And Sen said that it's not just these famous detectives, but also the fact that perhaps these days, when you take from police procedurals, and you write a crime fiction book, which reflects the tough lives that cops lead. You see how these are broken men and women, broken down by a very broken system, and they also navigate police, politician, criminal nexus. And the end result, even when they fight crime and solve cases, it takes a heavy toll on them. And perhaps it is this realism, it is writing such real sleuths that is today a necessity, that is today important in the craft of crime writing. Now, coming back to women sleuths, Amrita Mukherjee, who's one of the founders of the festival, with Myra Mishra, said that there have been legendary women sleuths from Miss Marple to Lisbeth Slanderer, and of course now more and more such characters have been written. And she said that she would want to see more women sleuths in the coming days.